All right, are you prepared for the ultimate challenge, the Underdoom? I can't wait to show this one. So this is an epic boss fight encounter. It's got a massive footprint. It's about 2 feet by 4 feet, plus the little bonus room in the beginning. It's got teleporters, it's got floating drift stones, it's got necrotic sludge everywhere. It's got just about every piece you could ever want in here, and it's all in this beautiful Underdoom paint scheme. All right, so this encounter starts with this little chamber here, which comes right off of the Hag's Den. So you enter through here, through this passage intersection, and this is a transition piece. You can see it transitions from regular stone color into this crazy Underdoom stone color. It's really easy to see. Let's do a comparative side by side. So this is an Underdoom straight, and this is a regular straight. So the base color is a much darker sort of purple color. The dry brush is a more turquoisey teal color. All of our puddles are in this kind of glowy green look. Our stalactites are in this teal. It's a very dark, dangerous, alien kind of look. We really love it. So all the pieces are going to come in that look, and it makes, you know, even the bread and butter pieces just look really stunning in this Underdoom paint scheme. So the players are going to enter in here, and they're going to find 2 glowing inserts we call Misty Gateways. They're a tribute to Tomb of Horrors. So these things have a glowing blue pulsing LED in them, and a translucent area that's supposed to be a portal, a teleporter, something of the like. They've got pillars, Dungeon of Doom style pillars that have been overgrown by flowstone. And the other side is generic, so you can use whichever you'd like. And they're freestanding. They're wall inserts, so they fit in all wall insert slots. You can put them on a wall, on a floor like this, and just use them like a regular wall. You can put them in the middle of your chamber. You can do whatever you want with them. Cool little versatile teleporters. And the players are faced with a choice. They go through the left door or the right door. Either way, they're going to get into trouble, and as it teleports them into the massive central portion of this encounter. So let's go see where they go. All right, so one of the places the players could get teleported into is through this Misty Gateway into this small chamber. There's 3 different Misty Gateways in here. This is one of the areas they could get sent to. There's a cool trapdoor floor in here. This whole thing is elevated on a 6x6 terrain tray. There's a neat door piece in here, double door, lots of doors. Everything looks really cool in this Underdoom style. And there's a nice LED wall here, which this will have a glowing orange mushroom on it, which we don't have. Half our prototypes are still in Gen Con right now. This is the day after Gen Con. We've got this cool, we've got a cool corner entrance piece. Once they get out of here, they're going to find themselves on the edge of a cliff facing a bunch of drift stones. And we'll get to the drift stones in a sec. And there's a little area here they could climb around if they wanted to and get into some more trouble, but there's a couple of ways to go. Lots of stalagmites. There's 2 full packs of stalagmites in here. There's a full pack of cliffs in here. So this is one of the areas they come into. Small little raised room, lots of cliff pieces. Now let's go look at one of the other rooms they could come into. All right, so the second teleporter players could come out of, the second Misty Gateway, is right here. This puts them on a very low platform that's right on the edge of this necrotic sludge. On one side there's a little raised area, the natural bridge base, the hinged natural bridge base. It leads up to some drift stones. We'll talk about the drift stones later. And over here they can make their way up past a cliff, past a really tight little area they'll have to squeeze over, lots of potential for falling, over to, there's a magnetic change crystal on the wall here. And of course in front of it is a big, we have a hollow elevation block. At the bottom there's a gibbering mouther pit waiting to consume anything that falls down there. And this thing is sitting on top of the pedestal for the natural bridge. And we've got some risers, lots of little stalagmites. And then over here there's a secret door. So it's got this encounter has an arsenal for you to build any sort of Underdoom danger. So then through the secret door we go into the third chamber they can get teleported into. Let's go look at that. Down this Beautiful passage ramp piece. Look how nice this looks in Underdoom. It's got that awesome purple spider there. The dwarvenite vein is now silver. Big beefy piece. They make their way down through this 45-degree passage turn, past this convex curve. Look at that in Underdoom. The mushrooms are orange. All the little, everything's a slightly different color palette. It's very exciting. Make their way into this chamber. They're going to find in the back here, there's going to be another one of the Misty Gateways, and it's going to be set into, this will be the 6-inch entrance wall. This one is in regular color scheme. The actual one will be Underdark color scheme. The other one we have is still at Gen Con. It's on its way back right now. So this will have some glowing crystals in it. You have to use your imagination right now. And then over here we have a beautiful crystal alcove piece. Same one you find in the Crystal Cavern. This will have an LED in it, and we'll probably have to put something there. Stretch goal, fill this room out. And then over here, and we'll use our magnetic flora removal wand to pop this thing out. And that is, of course, concealing a gibbering mouther pit. Look at this hideous thing. This is definitely not a way you want to die. Thank you, Nina, for giving us all nightmares with this thing. So this is the third sort of side area that the players can explore. Now let's go look at the center, the heart of this thing. This is a massive amount of table real estate here. It's 3 feet to this point, 4 feet to the edge, 2 feet deep. Just a ton of area to have all sorts of crazy boss fight shenanigans. We're on 5 12 by 12 terrain trays plus 2 4 by 8 terrain trays over there. Plus there's another 2 4 by 8s here and here, and 2 6 by 6s here by here, elevating stuff up. So there's just a ton of terrain trays in this thing, because we have a lot of negative space and a lot of elevation. The undersides of these is going to be the bottomless pit, the bottomless abyss, black mist going off to nowhere. So most of what's going to be happening here is a lot of crazy platforming. One way or another, players are going to get up onto these floating drift stones and be making their way around to the various parts of this room, trying to accomplish some objectives while getting chased by evil stuff. So we've got these drift stones. We have 2 types. We have the small drift stone, which is this one. And we're not sure exactly what the base is going to be. It's going to be some sort of clear flight stand style thing that helps make it look like it's levitating. And then we have these large drift stones, similar design, cool cracked basalts by Nina, glowing centers. Each of these is large enough. The Bean Slayer is still coming back from Gen Con, but we have Stefano here, so each of these, this one fits a single miniature. Boop, boop. Hello there. And this one can fit 2 minis, no problem. Plenty of surface area there. You can also use the large one. Like in this case, we have a riser piece sitting on one of the large ones to create a floating island. But there'll be a bunch of little vile mushrooms dotting this whole thing around. We have this cool, fun central island here. People can jump down to for safety. Over here, there's a bunch of little banks. Right? There's another raised area. Kind of lots of different ways to crisscross and try and avoid danger, but danger is going to be following you everywhere. Tons of cliffs. We've got banks over here. We have this neat open arch piece on the perimeter. We got 2 of them here and here. So that could be where the necrotic sludge is flowing to or from. More banks over here. Then there's a raised section in the back. This will be a 6 by 6 terrain tray underneath here. I love this little shtick over here. We have 2 of the curved natural bridge bases meeting up with each other here. And we have, this is going to be an LED socket. We'll have to hopefully unlock something to dress this up a little more, put something cool on top of it. We have this big central area. This is where Grimorna the Hag, the main villain, this area is going to be spending most of her time, clearly up to no good. We have a base for the Stairway to Violence down here. The topper's over there. We'll talk about that in a second. A bunch of vile mushrooms scattered about, which will be some plot device also. And then this is the big LED floor. I don't have the working prototype. It's at Gen Con, but so this one doesn't have the light in it, but imagine the light is glowing, the bottom of this thing is glowing. This thing is going to be one solid piece. Right now it's two pieces slightly held together. The bottom is going to be clear, the top will be opaque. The idea is it's a cool platform that you can use to elevate any sort of nasty, evil plot device. There's going to be 5 little pole accessory holes here, so you can also dress this thing up a little bit if you want, and anything sitting on there is going to look really cool. And it'll sit in on your on this piece, or you can freestand it. So over here we have our Stairway to Violence is sitting on it. We're using that to create this cool floating platform effect. And this Stairway to Violence, we have the base down here, we have the top here, we have the full Stairway to Violence set. It's got the glowing orange mushrooms in it. And we'll have to put the same thing on the top here, a little something to plug into the socket to look cool with that. And then over here we have the cool 6-inch natural bridge arch connecting between 2 bases, and this leads to the exit. We've got this big, massive monstrosity in Underdoom colors, and this will lead us out to Dread Hollow. Just when they thought it couldn't get any worse, they're going to have to go fight their way through the forest. There's also, in the center of that, we have the open arch wall, and that'll have a neat insert for it. Should be a very long, challenging, memorable, multi-stage boss fight. So we've packed in just about every piece you could ever need for Underdoom in here. It's got a full set of trifectas, full set of bread and butter, full set of cliffs, natural bridges, tons of stalagmites, these cool floating drift stones. Everything will be in individual packs. I think there's like 18 packs in here or something. So it's got tons of options for cherry picking, tons of cool bits. Everything just looks so cool in Underdoom. Look at our little salamander. Pretty damn epic. And that monstrosity was the Underdoom. We truly think it lives up to its name. An epic location for the biggest boss fight we've ever built. It's gonna probably take 2 sessions. Floating basalts, natural bridge, every piece you could ever want in Underdoom paint scheme, villains galore, pulsating Misty Gateway teleporters. It's the Underdoom. Can you face the Underdoom?